Hello, my name is Dr. Kim Russell, and I'm here to talk to you about the undergraduate program in Ecology, Evolution, and Natural Resources here at the School of Environmental and Biological Sciences. If you are a student or have a student that is interested in organismal biology, plants, animals, and/or their conservation, this could be the major for you. Lots of confusion about what this major actually is. And ecology is simply just the interactions of organisms and their environment. Evolution, of course, is how they change in response to those interactions. And natural resource management is about how do we consider these factors to conserve the biological world. You might be wondering, okay, how does this major differ from similar sounding majors here at Rutgers? The most confusing, the majors that are most often confused with ecology are animal science and plant biology. So if you're interested in zoology, you're interested in botany, you might consider animal science or plant biology. But the thing is, those majors are focused on domesticated species. So animal science is going to be focused directly on domesticated species in laboratory animals. Plant biology is mostly going to be focused on domesticated plants and horticulture, whereas ecology, evolution, and natural resources, our focus is on wildlife, non-domesticated species. You might also wonder how our major differs from environmental sciences because they have the word environmental in them. Both, of course, majors are interested in conserving our natural world, but our focus is going to be on biotic systems, plants, animals, species, whereas environmental sciences, their focus is more on what we call abiotic factors, which is chemistry, soil, and nutrient cycling. So if you have a student or you are a student who is interested in conservation biology, our major might be more appropriate depending on what your focus is. Just to give you a snapshot of some of the coursework that our students are expected to do, we have only 9 courses that are required for our majors, and some of those are actually just 1 credit seminars. We allow our students lots of flexibility because we understand that this topic is quite broad and some students are going to be more interested in certain areas. And so we just simply require students to take 2 courses in each of our areas, subject areas, ecology, evolution, natural resources, techniques. And then we also allow students to take up to 4 electives that can be courses in other departments. And so if you're a student who has a particular interest in entomology or marine sciences, you can take courses in those departments and have them count towards the major. Here's just a snapshot of some of the courses that we offer in the program. And so just take a look at these and think whether these match your interests. Courses range from animal-focused things like animal behavior and zoology, physiological ecology, ornithology, and wildlife ecology to plant courses like dendrology, arboriculture, trees in the environment. We also have courses in remote sensing and geomatics, which relates to mapping. And then we do have some courses that are a little bit more micro-focused, like evolution of disease in medicine. So we offer our students lots of options in terms of what sort of courses they will take as an ecology, evolution, and natural resources major. In addition to those courses, we do require some of the more standard courses, meaning that our majors will get a well-balanced education. All students have to take college writing. All students have to take general biology 1 and 2, as well as the lab. We expect our students to get up through calculus 1 in the math sequence. We also expect our students to take some chemistry or physics, and we give them a lot of choice in there because, again, it's a broad field. Some areas of ecology are going to be better served by studying chemistry or physics. Probably the most useful thing that our students have to do, which is what all students that are coming to the School of Environmental and Biological Sciences do, is they have to earn 3 credits of experience-based education. So this is not set in a classroom. It's quite the opposite. Experience-based education means that students are going out, getting hands-on experience, doing the sorts of things that they hopefully want to do for their career. And this gives them skills. It gives them something to put on their resume, but it also helps them understand what actually they want to do after college. So we offer a wide variety of options for students that to get those credits. They can either work on campus with a faculty member or graduate student doing research in a lab or research in the field, collecting data, or we have students that work in our Chrysler Herbarium and mycological collection, doing database entry and scanning. We have what we call a zoo crew, which students that are working in zoological collections. But then we also have students that go off-site and do internships at places like the American Museum of Natural History, or Duke Farms, or lots of surrounding organizations that have an emphasis on ecology and conservation and wildlife. So our students do quite a variety of things. Some of these internships would be paid. Some of them are not paid, and the students work for credit. That can be during the regular semester, or sometimes students engage with these experiences over the summer. In addition, students can earn some of these experiential-based credits by doing study abroad programs or field courses, which is a popular option amongst our students. You can see they have lots of fun while they're gaining these skills that are going to hopefully get them employed. So let's talk about employment. Oh, wait, sorry. Before I get to employment, let's talk a little bit about what can pair with this major to give them additional skills and prepare them for the workforce. So a couple common certificate programs that are offered are the Certificate in Environmental Geomatics. Geomatics involves learning skills related to mapping. And so there's special software and techniques and interpretation and analysis. And these are skills that can be applied to a variety of disciplines, not just ecology. So it's very useful. We often recommend all of our students at least take some courses in environmental geomatics. For those that are a little bit more public health oriented, we offer a certificate in evolutionary medicine, which would be a good preparation for students going on in public health. In terms of minor, you can minor in ecology, evolution, and natural resources if you're not ready to commit for the major. But our majors do a variety of minors. It's not required at the School of Environmental and Biological Sciences, but many of our students do pursue a minor in either fisheries, sustainability, or environmental geomatics. But we also have students that will do a minor in things like entomology, marine sciences, and then others that will do a minor in music or Spanish, a special language. So it's really up to the student what they want to pursue, and we help them through advising choose. One thing that's quite exciting about our major that is now in the process of changing is we're going to be having 3 major tracks. We'll have the general track, which is the one I've been discussing with you, and then we have 2 specialized tracks in urban forestry and natural resources and ecosystems management. What's exciting about these is that these 2 new tracks, although they offer less flexibility to students, are a more streamlined path to employment. So the Society of American Foresters is in the process of ratifying the accreditation process for these tracks. And once they do that, when students who complete these tracks will essentially already be pre-certified to get employment. And there is quite a lot of work here. Most people, when they hear the term forestry, think of cutting down trees, but in effect, urban forestry is the opposite. It's trying to understand how best to care for trees, how best to incorporate trees in urban and suburban environments. So where do our students get jobs? So I do track this as the undergraduate program director, and we have many students that go on to work in government positions, either federal, places like Fish and Wildlife, Forest Service, National Park Service, or the state versions of those agencies. Particularly the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection hires an awful lot of our majors directly after graduation, either in the Watershed and Land Management department or in Fish and Wildlife, particularly endangered species. We also have students that work in non-government, obviously. Some get hired by environmental consulting firms. Some work for wildlife conservation organizations like Nature Conservancy, Audubon. Some go on to work in botanical gardens, zoos, natural history museums. Others work at private parks or organizations that you might be aware of, Duke Farms, the Watershed Institute, Sauerland's Conservancy. And then still others get jobs. We're just working in private industry. Most organizations are required to have an ecologist on staff to ensure environmental compliance. Finally, another popular area that attracts many students from our major is in education. And this can either be sort of informally environmental education, working for places like Central Park Zoo, Duke Farms to design programming, or summer camps in that area, ecological environmental outreach. But we also have students that go on to do more formal education and earn their master's in education, either to teach agricultural sciences, biology, or environmental sciences at the high school or middle school level. Some of our students do go on in graduate school in either ecology, evolution, public health, or vet school or med school, although that is much less common. We have a very interactive group of majors. It's a very warm community, a very much a family. And as such, there are lots of clubs that are active that students organize and have regular meetings. Right now, some of our most active clubs are the Herpetology Club, the Wildlife Society, the Forestry Club, and then a new club is the Birdwatching Association. And so students can get involved in these, meet other students, learn something in the process, and it really makes for a wonderful community experience for those students who major in ecology. If you would like to learn more, you can check out our website by scanning the QR code. You can contact me directly at that email address. We've also instigated a new Instagram account, and so you can scan that to follow our Instagram. Hey, check us out. We'll be available at the open houses coming up, and we look forward to seeing you there.